Can you hear in your headphones?
Mm-hmm.
You can hear yourself?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
I should have had my nails. I should have bought them.
If you'd have had those nails,
oh man,
a whole different topic, and
they wouldn't have been ready for my penis ornaments.
I don't think anyone is ever ready for
penis ornaments.
For a Patty moment.
You got to bring. It sounds like you got to bring a lot of lube.
Indeed. Yeah, especially in menopause. Shit just be dry for no fucking reason.
Just stop. Just stop. Just
shit. So without further ado, good morning, everyone, ladies, gentlemen, germs, and Gentiles. We are in the building. 2Bros Podcast, episode 20.
20.
And we are so happy to have our wonderful guest with us today, Miss Elsie Brown Soleil.
A.K.A. Patty Lashes, A.K.A. Peppermint Patty, A.K.A. the A to the K to the A.
Hola, to the abominable snowman. Your flag.
Yeah. She's definitely.
I'm the AARP version of my favorite Little Kim. I'm her AARP version. This is what we do at 52. I got it going on.
What? Well, she should have like let herself be so that she could be that thing.
Yeah, I don't know what she is now. She's like a Chinese porch monkey or something.
She looks like she's a doll. She looks like a porcelain thing.
That's
horrible.
No, we love Little Kim.
But just like, if she like left it alone.
We just gotta pray.
That's all we can do properly.
That's all we can do.
Well, Patty, welcome to the show. Good morning.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for attending. We are honored to have you in our presence. As you know, we are unscripted and undialogued.
That's good, because at any time my wig and bra could come the fuck off. I'm in menopause.
And we don't edit hot. we don't edit shit. Cool. Don't say something you don't wish you could take back, because unfortunately, ain't no.
You know, once it's in the cloud, it's in the cloud.
Yeah, no one knows where the cloud is. These clouds just keep...
It probably ain't no fucking cloud.
So how are you doing today? What's going on? You It's Sunday. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Does that mean anything for you? You a fan? You watch any of the games?
I like the Pirates. I think
Pirates.
What's their name?
Yeah, you don't know what's going on.
Patriots, the Pirates, whatever the fuck their name is. I like them little boys. Look, I like them little boys.
That's right. Just looks staring at
exactly.
The one of the tight ones. Get them. Fuck them.
Yeah, I like it. I like when they grab that ball and just be running. I just learned the concept of football, honestly, like over the last couple of years. I was just like, yo, why? I just couldn't understand. So now I'm, okay, you got to get over here. They got to stop you from getting over here. Yeah. Okay,
that is part of it. You do have to have some of that going on. So, so Super Bowl Sunday. Yes, we are the New England Patriots versus Philadelphia Eagles.
Philly.
Bro, John's a big sports fan.
And you would,
but not a fan of either of the two.
I don't give a shit about either one of these. I like football.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna watch it because I like football.
Right.
Gives me an excuse now because I also like cooking, so it gives me an excuse to like make cheesesteaks and fucking
all that stupid shit,
chowder and shit. Invite a few people over and stuff like that. But as far as like who wins,
it could care less.
Could care two shits.
What you doing? Who you like?
I'm not a huge football fan at all. I like football just because of the camaraderie. So I like eating. I like the food. I like the hanging out and the communal part of it. So when the bros get together and everybody's just wings and all that other crazy stuff.
You're all gonna be in the cave?
Not today. Today
because Keish.
Well, I'm not me. But today we are at Corrupt Mob's clubhouse.
Oh, okay.
They're having a big Super Bowl party there tonight. Come as you are, bring a dish type of thing. Nothing for sale, nothing for no money and all that other stuff. Yeah. But I like that. I like when people get together, bring a dish, cook it up.
We do that a lot.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And that's what makes everybody, kind of really have a moment. So what's your favorite dish? You cook?
I cook. But for Super Bowl, when I was married, I'm happily divorced. When I was married, I would cook like wings and just bite food. Like when you go for any kind of sporting event, get together, we're not doing collard greens and potato salad. Just go grab you a little burger, get you some chips.
Go from one side of the couch to the other side.
Exactly. We're not doing all that heavy cooking, but yeah, wings are always the go-to. Exactly.
By the way, before we continue, I got an announcement. They are rebuilding the White Castle on Sunrise Highway.
Oh. Yes.
That I thought they had torn down. When I drove past it today, I saw the sign. I said, "Oh!"
So I
still got White Castle.
But who still eats White Castle?
Hey, listen, man. If you're gonna eat a shitty fast food burger, you might as well be a White Castle, the one that checks all the boxes.
Right.
You feel the craving.
That's right.
You get that. You get that little satisfaction, and it's open at fucking 2-3 in the morning.
Right.
Yeah. That's where you want to have shitty food. I mean, if you're gonna do it, and
it punishes you like 2.5 hours later, or next day or whatever.
It
goes full circle. It goes in, it's in, and it's out.
It's a pure colonic, and they have veggie burgers at White Castle.
Do they really?
Yeah, they do have veggie burgers now.
So they steam veggie burgers?
I've had them. They're fucking horrible.
But if you kind of twist it and you just need something to throw down your throat real quick.
Well.
We on to another subject.
No pun intended. So, we're all week, guys.
I'm just saying.
No, but that definitely is one. So yes, the word on the street was it had a little Jewish lightning hit the building, so that they could get some remodeling money. So, all right. It was a fire. And now they've expanded it and made it newer.
Jewish lightning.
Yes,
that's right.
That's so cute.
So I didn't make the term up. It's been commonly known as
Jewish lightning.
Well, Robert Moses invented that term.
Did he really?
Yeah, I'm hearing that. I don't know if you know who Robert Moses is. Guy who invented the Major Deegan.
The Major Deegan, the Cross Bronx.
Even Robert Moses
Parkway, all the way out on Long Island.
Wow. This guy was an evil fucking son of a bitch but he was a genius. He was an architect that created the commuter trains and lines.
Most geniuses are kind of crazy in a fucking way. They just do some crazy shit.
Yeah, you gotta be off your mind of fucking how Eddie Griffin said Alexander Graham Bell. He said, yeah, because he bought it by the grams.
Yeah,
you gotta be fucking high and talk about. I want to talk to somebody that ain't here.
Exactly. Everybody that's a genius, whether you're a musical genius or whatever, got some issues with them.
Yeah. Most geniuses do have some crazy stuff in them. But so whatever the outcome is, like I said, I'm not a fan of these teams. I like the Giants for proximity. I like all the home teams. We have been slumping and sucking. I mean, we just can't. They can't fucking win a game. We can't.
Slumping and sucking. Yeah. Now that is the original.
That's a video.
Hey, that's a whole other podcast.
That's actually part 2 of Slurping and Burping. So
throwing the red light.
We're alive.
Like the split.
So we're not trying to poke at you, but you are an interesting person because your characteristic, everywhere we go, everyone always says, Patty, how come you don't do comedy? How come you don't get on stage and stuff like that?
Why I don't do comedy?
Tell us.
One, I'm only funny to y'all because y'all fucking know me.
Right. Understood.
You get up on stage with this bullshit, they be done through all kind of fucking.
They're waiting to be entertained. They're sitting there.
Yeah, you can't compete with people winning the game forever. You just funny around people that know you. We went on the ski trip. He has the thing last year.
You doing it this year too?
Every year.
Every
year I do it's been kind of like a ritual, I would say.
What's the ritual?
That I always have one night that everybody gets together and I say, remember we was in the room?
Listen.
Always...
Hold on. I taped that fucking thing. I deleted it specifically because she fucking went ham on a couple of people. I will name nameless.
I really didn't.
Yeah, you went a little ham on some people that wasn't there, that could have been there, maybe. Well, we'll never know.
We'll never know because it doesn't exist now.
I was a little
It never happened.
Fuck that. I deleted that tape.
All I remember was talking about, which was a true story.
Uh-huh.
No, this was
a joke.
Yeah.
Shit.
No, but this is the true story.
Please.
It wasn't really. See, this is what I'm saying. It's only funny because if you know me, you know I really did this shit. People that don't know me be like, well, whatever.
Yeah.
You know how the Jehovah's Witnesses always want to come to your fucking house early in the fucking morning.
Right.
Like, who does this?
Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yes, they don't come. They don't come to my house
anymore.
I open the door, butt ass naked, titties out, fucking stomach hanging over the pussy.
Do you invite them in?
Nah, they was like this, just stuck. Had the kids, they got the eye covering the kids' eyes. I'm like, yo, what you want? What's good? Look, hold up the fufa, put the fucking thing right there, the little pamphlet. Just hold up that little piece over your fucking twat.
And that's where they put the watchtower.
Yeah, put the watchtower here. What do you want? If you want to stop Jehovah's Witnesses from coming to your house, open the door butt ass naked. They're not coming back no more.
They're not coming back.
My shit, I ain't got no surgery, so all my shit is fucking hanging. Okay, son? I got gray hairs on my nipples. Come on. So come on over if you want. Bring the watchtower.
But the father may come back without the family. Like, he may ring the doorbell and go, I want to see what you were showing before.
Yeah, okay, come on in here if you wanna.
So, you know, it's never a dull moment with you. We've seen it happen. And I get it. A lot of people do that. Like, when I joke around with people, they say, you need to get on stage. And a lot of writing and preparation goes into the professionals. So credit due to the real professionals. And I'll say it all the time. Like, whenever I'll make something and post on Instagram, oh, you're a chef, this and that. And I'll be like, please don't discredit. Because real chefs, real comedians, real pros that study their craft and do it.
Yeah, they the best.
Yeah, and
this is just some hood shit we do. It's funny for us because y'all know me. Y'all know everyone expects me to say something outrageously crazy.
Now, does that ever like flip on you because there's sometimes because I'm assuming there's gonna be some times with you trying to be like serious about something and everybody says that's so funny and you're like, no, this is some I'm trying to serious.
It happens
for
all the time
here.
Because half the shit I say really be life experiences and people be like, yo, this could not have happened, and I'd be like, yo, just don't know the kind of life I live. These things just really, it just be shit that happens.
And it's clearly happening. You're telling people like, you know, you're witnessing it. Right?
Yeah, it's just like it's going down. You know, I'm retired from corrections. So, you know, I got 18 million stories that can go funny in either direction.
So when you say retired, what'd you do? How long did you work DOC?
23 years.
23 years.
Retired in 2011.
And you were where, in one place or?
Yeah, I did my whole career on the island, on the rock.
Oh man.
On the rock.
Ooh. So explain day one compared to like the last day.
Day one is always crazy because you never know what to expect. Right. And coming out of the academy, my first day in the jail out of the academy, I was with, I don't know, did you do a podcast with Donna yet? Donna Jackson?
No.
Yeah, that was my first day coming out the academy.
Okay.
And who's now her and her husband Andre are now my son's godparents.
Nice.
But
fellow level 1 brother.
Yeah, level 1. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Don't mind me. I'm trying to share and get this going. But please continue.
And so the first day is always crazy because you don't know what to expect. Right. Jail is really like an extension of Jamaica Avenue or Fulton or wherever you at, wherever it's whatever borough you rep. Jail is the extension of your biggest outlet. Hood gathering. Hood gathering. Yeah. That's all it is. Uh-huh. So
with that being like, what was go back to when you took the test, right?
Yeah, you take the test.
You decide to go.
You wait for them to call you. And back in the days, you know, your parents made you take every city exam that came out. It's like, yo, you gonna whatever calls you first, you're gonna be in that shit. So I'm glad I took corrections over fire. Because back then there was no fire department. Fire department? Yeah. I took all those tests years ago.
You got accepted there?
Yeah.
Really?
So why did you not go to the fire department?
That's crazy though. I mean,
I don't know.
But I hear that there's such a disparity in like, you know, fire department versus, you know, other agencies and for women,
right?
Specifically.
And then it wasn't like now you could be a woman and be in fire and stuff. Years ago, we talking the 80s.
Yeah, right.
I came on the job in 89. I started taking these tests in the mid 80s. You know, but anyway, I was glad I went to corrections over everything else. The jail is different now. You know, officers are getting assaulted, all kind of crazy stuff going on. It's a lot more political than it was back then.
Right.
I'm just glad I got in and got out, secured my pension, you know, so we good.
And so what do you think about them closing or planning to close Rikers Island?
I don't even know if it can really be done logically.
Yeah.
Like,
you think it's fantasy? You think it's not even possible? Like,
anything's possible when you have money, I guess, for lack of something else backing it.
Right.
But my thing is, if the census stays low and keeps going lower, I can see them trying to integrate inmates into these little
different programs
into society.
Like, does that mean it's working?
I mean, it's good and bad because, you know, you got to remember too, in my personal opinion, you have a lot of people that are locked up. You'll put somebody in jail, say, that has parking tickets. And then over here, you got the child molester. So you have too many variations of, you know, so I'm like, how are they going to separate where they're going to put, you know, because you can't put a 16-year-old with the 30-year-old. Right, exactly. Right. You know, and you can't put the child molesters in with the people who got parking tickets.
Right.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Well, so in the back of my mind, I'm just thinking, how are they going to break that up? On the island, you have so many different ways you can break up and categorize. And so I'm like, how are they going to integrate that into a community? But
you gotta figure out what your penitentiary is going to be for, too. I mean, shit, Richard Pryor had a joke like that. He said when he visited a penitentiary, he left and he said, I'm glad we got penitentiaries. Yeah. Because there's really no other place for some of these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some people,
it's really not.
And to put that dude next to the same dude that, like, didn't pay his child support.
This is what,
shit like
it's
that.
crazy.
That's wicked. That's wicked.
But you know, that's a good point because, you know, these are, quote unquote, the undesirables of society or whatever else. But Rikers Island, and correct me if I'm wrong, no fan, you know. By the way, you know,
let's clear this. Let's clear this up.
Our mom did some time in Rikers. She unfortunately had a whole other story, which is a whole another episode and legacy that we'll continue to. Yeah, that's a whole season.
I could be on my way when I leave.
It's in my book and it'll probably be in John's book too.
Exactly.
But you know, this is a holding pen. I mean, Rikers is really a holding pen for sentencing. And for people that try to, you know, negotiate and take the plea deal or till you go trial. Right.
Well, my jail, the way I worked at was the only sentenced jail on Rikers Island. So all the inmates in my jail are already sentenced to a year and under.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you could have.
But now they're being there fighting other cases, you know, so then when they finish, they sentenced to a year and then they doing 8 months out of that year. But they're fighting other cases. Okay. So if they don't get sentenced on those cases, they'll leave us and go to other places. You know what I'm saying? So, but the facility I was in was the only sentenced jail on Rikers Island.
What block? What do they call it?
EMTC. That's what they call it? C76.
C76. That's what I'm looking for.
Oh, you looking for the C. That's the, the A, the B, the C, the D, the Jimmy.
All the brothers in the hood always, C block 74, so C76. You in, and you spent 20 years there? You spent in the same block?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was in one housing area for about 15 years.
Wow.
Is that rare? Or is that like, do most people do that? Or?
You know, I'm a comical character all the way around. What you see is what you get on the job, off the job. So I think they felt it was just best let's keep our ass isolated in one fucking area because we just don't know what might happen today. But
no, sorry to cut you off. But you know, with what we're seeing with so much corruption with what's this guy Norman
Seabrook?
Seabrook, yeah. You know,
everyone has something to say. I'm just gonna put it out there. He ain't do nothing no different than anybody else did. It's just that he got caught because he got caught up in somebody else's shit, so they had to trickle down.
And they name names.
Right, exactly. That's what happens. So, everybody want to do a demo, everybody making a tape, a CD, a whole video, whatever. But he didn't do nothing nobody else did. But in the interim, when he was there, and we got the heart bill, and we got so many other things that are beneficial to officers now, and they're still taking advantage of the things that
they're not mentioning any of those.
They'll never do. You know how it go,
right?
You know. So and everybody have their own opinion, and who am I? Who am I? This is just my opinion.
Yeah, but you lived it. So this is the reality of it is and always we talk, this is real talk, like real people, real issues, real shit. And a lot of times people just, they look at what the news gives you, and that's one perspective. Right. But when you talk to people that really live it, walk it, and talk it, it's a whole nother story. You'll hear like, wow, the whole other half of the story you didn't even hear about. Etc. And I'm not saying he's any different than whatever else. I understand, the whole, it's like we always talk about. Yeah, the referee is the worst guy when you're losing, but he's fantastic when you're winning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's always the case in any type of business. So, but I hope they resolve. I mean, everybody's saying not in my backyard with Rikers. Like, we're to put these people with these programs.
And nobody wants to, because you just don't know. Just like when you do the Airbnb, you don't know who you getting in your area, and like here, it's a school right here, so of course you wouldn't want to cross the street to be a child molester or somebody that's been kidnapping kids for 40 years or something crazy, because they always bring extra drama into an area. We already in dramatic areas. Most of us, we in the hood. It's already dramatic. We don't need no more drama added on to that. So it's just crazy.
Drama free is the way to go once you reach a certain age. But a lot of guys crave that. Like, we see a lot of guys we grew up with and they're younger and they're just like thirsty for that. And thank God we've all had some kids that were kind of drama free, for the most part of it. And it's good parenting, I guess, when you look at it from perspective. But what do you think about, like, where do you see fashion? Where do you see all of the social economics of this and contributing to it? So you got the sagging of the pants, you got and you raise, you raise, obviously,
my son.
You have your son, which
I got my our kids played the same program. PD Nation
in the building.
Building. Yeah. Shout out to Coach Joe.
Several times.
Yeah.
Coach Joe, the number one leading podcast on episode. What was she? 3?
2 or 3?
2 or 3? No, she was 2. 3. She was 3. And Patty will probably beat those fucking numbers.
Probably not. I ain't that goddamn interested.
You'll beat
folks,
those.
I'm not that interested.
Yes, you are. But yeah, so what do you think about, like, what's happening with the kids, the trends, now you have your granddaughter, you're raising them.
My granddaughters, my daughter passed in 2010.
Oh man, condolences, and it's always tough to see you. You're very vocal about that on social media.
Yeah.
You're very open on social media.
I'm just vocal because you know what happens with things in life. Nobody wants to say, "Oh, don't tell your business." Right. So I've always been an advocate. I tell my own business so nobody else fucks it up. Because when they try to tell your business, it don't never come out right. My daughter was a victim of society. She got caught up. My daughter OD'd in 2010. And it's just crazy now because every commercial you see, with the opioids, with the heroin, we didn't have those commercials. And it always brings me back to her situation or whatever. So I'm raising my grandkids.
Well, shout out and props to you, man. I mean, that's
it's crazy, tough. And everybody has some kind of social, emotional kind of something. It's hard trying to fight for these kids, to advocate for them, to make sure that they get what they're supposed to get. They'll tell you they're going to do one thing, the city, the state, whoever runs these programs with them, and something else, and that's a whole nother subject. But, it just is what it is. But getting back to the social, what do I think about the fashion and the...
Well, your son's into fashion. I mean,
he's starting to model
runway
now.
Guy. I mean, he's doing great things.
Yeah,
he's what, 6'5", 6'6",
6'6". Yeah,
he's 6'6". He's out there. We tease him a lot on some of the other stuff he's been doing, but he's out there, and when we talked about, obviously, I'm in the t-shirt business. He said he wants to put his own fashion stuff together. We definitely supported him because that's what we did. that's our whole networking thing. But no stranger to just being exposed to different things, elements that allow you. And I think that one of what I even said earlier was it's just evolving at a pace. It's that's crazy. Just going fast.
It's crazy. The pace is crazy.
The pace is crazy.
Yeah, the pace is crazy.
It's not the fashion, right? You agree, John?
No, I agree. Yeah,
it has nothing to do with what's being introduced, but it's just the pace of it. So jumping back a little bit to the opioid stuff, do you think now because of obviously the rumor mill is always when it reaches certain communities, air quotes here, I hate air quotes, but I'm doing them. When it reaches certain communities, then it becomes a forefronted problem. Now you hear about it on first page, second page.
Well, what I think what happens, just real quick, what happens is years ago, heroin is an old drug.
Yeah.
This is not something that just came up.
No doubt.
And it's mixed with so much other stuff now. Years ago, you had parents, I had friends that parents were heroin addicts, but they were still functioning. They was able to get their kid up for school. The kids would come. Really? You would never know. Because now what happens is you mixing the heroin with the opiates and the this and the that. It's just not straight no more. You know what I'm saying? So many
Stepped on, as we say in the hood.
It's so, but the heroin may be straight, but you'll shoot up, but then you'll take a pill to come down, then you'll smoke some crack to come back up. So you added other elements to it. What I'm saying, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's can be dangerous.
Exactly, and that's what leads most of the time to the overdoses, all the other stuff,
all the other shit that you
done did with it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah, there's a professor at Columbia. His name is Carl Hart. He wrote a book basically saying that one of the things that we confuse use with abuse.
Right.
And exactly. That using heroin, like you said, you can be a functioning heroin addict or just a simple user. Somebody who just will use it from time and time, and it will not become addictive. It becomes addictive when you use it to excess, and then when you start adding in those other
extra
things,
stuff, right? Because your body craves this, so then you got to take that, and then you got, so it's a back and a forth and a pull and a take, and all day you just back and forth. And
then you can get all that shit in prescription drugs. It's fucking the opioids in prescription drugs.
Because in jail, what happens is that the heroin addicts come in and they're detoxing, but you can't fully detox them.
Right.
Yeah. If they were in a program in New York, they come to jail. We have to continue whatever they were getting, so they get methadone.
Okay.
They give you methadone even in the street. You know what I'm saying?
But is that what I'm saying? Is that the progression? Is that where it goes? It goes from, hey, I'm so used to being on,
because in jail we can't detox them just because they're locked up. If they choose to detox, that's on them. But you can't just say you locked up. We just not, whatever if you were in a program in the street and you on methadone or whatever you was getting, we have to continue that. In jail, we always say, okay, on the keep. They call it keep, the keep program. We say keep on the methadone, or come get your cocktails. Or, you know what I'm saying? And then they call they'll call your housing area and they'll say, listen, select, run your keep, A to L. And I'll yell out, all right, on the methadone, on the keep, whatever, A to L. Come get your cocktails, and then they'll go out and they'll come back and they'll lay down.
It's a little more than skipping the line for extra milk.
No, exactly. Then you got the other ones that's not on a program, and they'll go and they'll take the methadone, hold it in their mouth, and come back and sell it in the dorm. Right. So now this is how you got people ODing because they didn't suck the methadone. They hold it in their mouth. They spit it in somebody else's mouth. Now you got the methadone mixed with the damn HIV or whatever the hell else. It's crazy. It's a crazy cycle.
In other words, don't go to jail.
I mean, for various reasons, but I'm just saying,
But I'm sure, it's funny because none of those things, I remember Scared Straight, right? I came up when Scared Straight
is on Jamaica Avenue.
Scared Straight scared the shit out of me.
You did? It did?
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I guess because
I wasn't trying to go in there and get the salad toss, the syrup and jelly and all that other crazy stuff. I mean, these motherfuckers was like, yo, hold on to his belt until I get a pack of cigarettes. You when I put your hand on somebody else's belt, you belong to him now.
Yeah.
So what fascination do these kids have with this? Because in the street, make no mistake, these dudes act like that's going to college. Like, I mean, I've seen guys that'd be like, see guys all the time, they be like, oh,
cocktail refill.
Cocktail refill.
That's my damn girl. Thank you, Pumpkin.
Shout out to our producer, Miss Keisha, aka Chief Keef.
Chief.
Birthday shout outs abroad. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. It's
Chief
your birthday.
Keef.
It's
Happy
your birthday.
birthday.
L. All right, come on now. I'm getting hot. I'm getting ready
no camera
to
facing that way. Don't worry.
I'm getting ready to take off. Listen, I'm known to take off my wig. My bra might come off at any given time.
Right,
so
what you gotta do.
I'm just letting whoever's eating at home know, so you don't be nauseous.
We could use some hits.
When the titties come out.
We could use some hits.
I haven't been to DR. They're not perky. They're just lay on my lap.
I'm actually curious about the gray nipple hair. Great you mentioned. Great. I gotta admit. So I just
gray nipple hair.
I don't know if
like
I don't
want it.
it's gonna happen.
All
how old are you? How old is your wife?
My wife's younger than me. My wife's like she's 35.
Okay, babe. Eventually, she's gonna get one gray nipple hair.
Okay.
She's gonna have some gray hairs on her crotch.
Okay.
She's gonna go through menopause. Her shit gonna be dry. You're gonna have to spit on it. You know what I mean?
Well,
she spits on you. You spit on her. Just fuck it. Everybody spit. That's what spit is
for.
Spit is the natural lubricant
for sex. It's the natural lubricant.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, listen, Spit's been doing shit for a while. But go ahead, Jack.
No, I was saying, speaking of natural lubricants, I got my my prostate exam a couple weeks ago.
How was that? How was the fingers in your ass?
It was interesting.
No, all jokes before you say anything else. You know why I'm going to ask you that?
Go ahead.
Because everybody, men are very funny about somebody in their ass for obvious reasons.
Yeah, of course.
But there's a spot that's up in your ass that is very, very erotic.
Yeah, it's right. If you, I don't know how to do it anatomically,
exactly.
but it's like up and like,
and it's very erotic. Yes.
Yeah, it hits the pubic bone.
Yes.
It hits the pubic bone. That's right.
We have that too, but yes.
So anyway, I went.
This is anatomy. It's a thing. It's not.
So I had my, I just had my regular
from heroin to hemorrhoids.
I had my visit with my doctor.
Yeah.
And I said there was a. I said, I'm at that time now where I should be taking a prostate exam. Looked at my chart. I said, oh, no, you haven't. He said, well, if you want, I can get up in you right now.
Oh, get up in you?
Yeah.
Turn off the lights.
I'm all right. I'm like, shit,
But you did a group thing.
We go to dinner?
You did a group?
No,
that was a joke?
That was a joke, yes. You thought it was serious?
I have no fucking idea until I talk to you, so I'm asking.
How we do a group prostate? No, like everybody bend over and stick each other?
There was a picture I took at work. I took a picture at work. Me and a couple guys, we're at work, sitting there taking the selfie smiling, but there's this one dude who thinks that like the area is making him sick.
Right.
So he has on a fucking mask and he has a glove. He has gloves on, and I took this picture and I saw it, and the first thing I thought of was like, oh shit, it looks like he's giving us a fucking proctology exam. So I posted the picture and I said, man, we just love our group proctology sessions at work.
Yo, that's just kind of.
You thought I was serious?
No, I didn't think it was serious. You brought up the exam now, and I just recently remembered seeing this proctology post. Why not ask you myself? That's what I said.
So how was it? How'd you feel afterwards?
So I felt fine. Yeah, I felt good. I felt like
it didn't hurt. Did it hurt?
No, it didn't hurt.
No, it didn't hurt.
It didn't hurt.
Did you have to drink something? Do you?
No.
They just feel up in there for polyps and stuff like that.
Sure nothing. He said, "Yeah, you're fine." He said, "You good to go."
Okay.
I'm like, man, that was quick. You gonna like get a drink?
You get a cigarette or something?
Something. I mean, did we
do kiss me?
I know something. Did we go to a movie or some shit like that? It was all quick like that, dude. I gave you $20. How the fuck does this work?
I'm just saying. After someone in your ass, you want a little something after that.
Exactly.
I would think so. I mean,
hey.
But yeah, that's listen.
We all got to do it.
You don't even know where you go. You don't even know where to go from there.
50. They said 50, and now should I wait?
I just think everybody should go earlier than that, especially African American men, Latino men, people of color, because we eat shit. We've been eating shit, so now everybody's trying to change out their their food and everything, which is great, but it's still years of shit in there that you didn't ate. So I think that everybody should go and just get it checked out. I mean, it doesn't hurt. Why wait?
I really think that the age and numbers that the doctors are all going by this book is full of shit.
Right.
None of it matters anymore because we've since then introduced so many new things to our diet, to our lifestyle, to you got Red Bull going on 20 years Red
really?
Bull.
20 years?
Red Bull is going on its 20th year this year. That's going to be huge, and there hasn't been any studies about this shit. That's crazy. That's a fucking
What is in there?
It's straight up caffeine and sugar.
No, taurine. Taurine is what's in there. I have no fucking idea what it is and where you get it from.
Can somebody out there Google what the fuck taurine is?
Google what taurine is.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a what do you call it? One of those that make you like sexually hyper?
Really? Oh,
something. Yeah, because they tried to do that with a soda. They tried to put taurine in a soda. I think it was like a Mountain Dew or something like that.
What's that say? A
like
sulfur-containing amino.
It's an amino acid important in the metabolism of fats.
So it helps burn fat.
Oh,
yeah. Wow.
So it's speed.
It's basically speed, like a B12. Yeah. Now B12 vitamins. Have you ever taken a B12 vitamin?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
You drive you up a wall.
I can.
You clean the house,
especially if you get injections.
Yeah,
I've had it in a pill one time, and somebody told me, "Here, it's a B12 vitamin. It boosts your immune."
Yo, take a B12 and a Viagra, your dick could be off.
Pokemon.
Look, you be at the emergency room.
Like, what do I do now?
You be in the emergency room like this. What? I don't understand.
Well, I love the dick's been hard for 3 days.
Yo, 3 days.
I love the out of cash. I don't.
You're out of cash.
I'm out of cash. I don't know what to do now. My wife kicked me out the house.
It's purple. My dick's purple.
What do I do?
She in the emergency room too. The cat looking the fucking dog.
Exactly. Everything looks like a hole. What the fuck do I do?
Whatever it is.
Everything
I see.
Everything looks approachable.
Like hold of me.
It's so crazy. Oh, this
like when you get to that time of night where like you start making those different decisions. Like when you get well, it's like it's 3:00 in the morning. You're like, you went out, with certain intentions, but none of them went through. So now it's 3, and then you say, well, she ain't that old. She ain't.
That's crazy. Look, wait. Let me just push this dick to the side. It's all right, baby. Just hold your dick up.
Motorboat, son of a bitch.
Oh, I cannot. It's too early for
this bullshit. Built for speed. So you, so like you said, you're retired. You've had some. What'd you do? A hip?
I had 2 hip replacements.
And you don't do them side by side, right? You don't do both at the same time. You
do
one.
I did one in 2009, and the other one this December made a year. It's been finished. I need 2 knees. I've had my ankle reconstructed.
Damn.
Yeah, I got a few fucked up things going on.
I
have arthritis all over my body. Arthritis. And I really feel it's from, because arthritis doesn't run in my family. I feel it's from years and years of sitting in that cold ass jail. Because years ago they didn't have OSHA and all these people coming to regulate the heat and the cold and the this and the that.
Just no heat in the jail. I mean,
well, most of the jails, unless you're in a new jail, they're old.
Yeah.
And years ago, inmates wasn't calling 311 saying, "Hey, it's cold in here," and they wasn't sending nobody out. So we sat there 16 hours in these cold ass dorms. Yeah, I remember the dorm I was in, the windows didn't come down. So when it snowed, it was snow in the dorm. You had to have the inmates pull their bed from off the wall.
Wow.
Then you have a little ice patch coming down. But that stuff now is not heard of because they have things regulating that. But
I mean, their rights and all this other stuff.
Exactly.
Is there a union or something for? So who advocates?
Prisoners union?
No, but who advocates for them?
For the inmates, they advocate for their fucking self.
Really? So, but they don't have any group. There's no.
They advocate for themselves, and my thing with that, and then I don't want to even elaborate on it totally. No, but my thing with that is, they get on the phone, call 311, and say, "This is what happened. This is what happened. That's what happened."
And all of a sudden, it starts.
You never get on the phone hypothetically and say, "Hey, listen, Ma, I threw shit at the officer." First. And then I peed on him. So he opened the cell and whipped my ass. The first part of it never goes down.
Yeah,
it's just the end part.
You left that. This officer whipped my ass. That's all
you left the part out where you threw
because it's always something that happens because of something. It's things just, that's just in life. It's
most things don't like arbitrarily happen. Like you weren't just like there.
Right. We just not walking down because everybody. Because most, everybody that goes to work just want to go do their time and come home. Nobody nobody's looking to be in an altercation. We don't, right, and most uneventful, just like with cops. Nobody's looking to go out, bug out and chasing somebody on foot for 12 miles. And
but you have seen people kind of hopped up on. So can it be one guy fucking riles you up and then everybody else the rest of the day gets it?
Yeah, because that's what usually happens.
Right.
So, I mean, that most of the time that was happening.
But that's like anybody else. A school teacher, husband yells at her in the morning. The kids get it, when she gets to school.
But because by the time it's a lot of stuff that goes into that, so we won't even get into that. There's a lot of elements to get to that point. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I forgot what the fuck we was talking about.
Well, we were talking about when we were,
how did we get back on this subject?
No, we were talking about how personality traits, etc., and conditions. It started from you talking about your surgery.
Oh, okay, and I
said right. That it was a product of the jail system, and you thought that because the correction, the facility itself,
it was just
not friendly to the guests nor the patrons, the people that work there.
Exactly,
which is probably a huge disparity in itself. I mean,
and a lot of officers are fighting. They had a thing with the cancer causing agents on the island. I've lost a couple of friends.
Really, sorry to hear.
With cancer.
That shouldn't happen. I mean, that seems
right. And that was a fight. They lost the first round in court, I believe it was, and they were going back again. My girlfriend's husband died of environmental cancer. What the fuck is environmental cancer? What is that? That's what they named it.
What they named it
environmental cancer.
So basically.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. So basically, saying that they're saying that the cancer was caused by
his environment. But what is that?
That's everything. That's kind of like saying,
exactly.
You're breathing.
That's an open-ended sentence statement. It's open-ended.
I'm sorry, you're breathing because
exactly.
Your environment.
But
so how are the hips?
Hips are great. I'm taking kickboxing. I'm in the gym.
You're bionic.
What? Are you laughing at me?
No, you think kickboxing?
I love kickboxing. Franklin Square. Woo-hoo. Yep, kickboxing.
You said you got your knees done too?
No, I need 2 knees. I'm holding back on the knees because from having both of my hips done and going to rehab and seeing the rehabilitation for the knees is no fucking joke.
That's a hard.
Yeah.
But isn't the pain? I mean, what are you bone on bone? I hear stories about people saying they're bone.
Yeah, I don't have any cartilage in my knees now.
Like you've worn it all out, so you need new cushions. You need new washers in between your bones.
Yeah, so most of the time when I gotta get on my knees and then start juggling, I gotta put a
put a towel down.
I gotta put a towel on. I gotta prep myself. Bring my pillow. They be like, yo, why you got a pillow, nigga? Just in case. I gotta get on my knees and then start juggling. This motherfucking nuts in your mouth.
It can only be but so spontaneous. Like at some point, this has got baby. Let's get. Oh, give me 1 second.
1 second. Now you come with all your shit. I'm just saying, when you know that your shit's fucked up, you come in prepared. And that's the difference. Not seeing you guys are married now.
Yes.
But that's the difference between men and women. Yeah. Women will come prepared with what the fuck we need to get this party started.
So you have a special pillow? You have some sort of
special... Of course. Men come and don't be fucking... Be prepared, nigga. We come in the fuck. Why you don't have no condom?
That's a perfect statement. Because I just don't understand why dudes don't
come prepared.
Come prepared more for this activity.
And the disclaimer on this is, if where's the camera? Let me look dead in the camera.
This one. You got this one here in live.
If you know that your penis does not hold magnums, don't bring them.
I agree.
Bring them finger cuts that you've been using all these years.
Well, magnums are pretty much created so that people can feel good about themselves.
But you can't feel good about yourself when you gotta hold it on.
Yeah, baggy magnum.
Yeah,
exactly.
Baggy magnum is.
You gotta tie the magnum in a knot.
No.
You gotta put tape around. You got duct tape.
You got some tape, baby. You got some tape in that bag. Look under your pillow. You got some tape?
Then it's I don't know what's happening.
Come on, son.
Yeah, you bought the wrong size, bro. This doesn't work for you.
It just is what it is. At a certain age, I had to get that ice down.
At a certain
age, everybody should be comfortable with whatever skin you in. Got.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because don't think because you got 12, 14 inches, you tearing it down. Nah, nigga, because that shit is not good either. You understand? But then don't think. No. I'm just saying. At certain ages, everybody got to be comfortable. If you know you coming into the party with 8 inches, be the best 8 you got.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Make whatever the fuck you got work for you. Sure. Just like everybody don't got good pussy. Make whatever the fuck you got work. That's all I'm saying.
You gotta build your own resume.
You have to build your own resume. You have to do extra shit. I'm old now, so I know I'm not doing no cartwheels and splits. That's why when you younger, you perfection your head game. So when you get older and your shit don't work, you still good.
Perfect the head game.
You have to perfect that.
But you know the braggadocious style of sexual innuendos for guys has always been that talk a good one in crowds, and obviously it's like anything, like any other subject. The guy that's speaking the loudest is probably not
the one that you got to press on his belly button for his dick to come out. You gotta be like this. Boop. There you go.
Like, does that work? Shit, I didn't try that.
I'm just saying. You know.
Okay, I press my own belly button. Shit. Sometimes the turtle goes in a shell and it doesn't come back out.
But whatever.
Well, you get to an age with like your body just does whatever it feels like doing.
Exactly.
But I know you said that there's might be some pussy here, but I just don't.
You can't even get your mind. It's so funny you said that because I was talking to my other girlfriends. You know, we all menopausal age, and I was saying. You just get tired. You can't control what the fuck your body's gonna do.
Sometimes
you be tired. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So me being single or whatever, you know, you get you line up all your fucking toys. You washed everything off. Mm-hmm. I fall asleep. now I gotta get up and have to push this shit in the bag before the kids get up. Oh, what the fuck? Like I didn't. By the time I finished washing and prepping shit, I'm tired. They had a fucking cocktail. The candle then blew out.
Do you have to use a certain type of soap?
Well, I always use. They sell a soap. Like they sell like.
Wait, they sell is it sex toy soap?
Yeah, at sex toy parties, they'll sell like a cleanser for all your products or whatever.
You don't want to use like dish soap. You want to use Dawn, but I guess
I mean that won't be the worst shit that I didn't use. Shit.
But you ever hosted a party?
No, because they won't let me host a toy party.
Why not?
Because I want to show you how the toys work. So we're gonna have some naked bitches in here. We're gonna be fucking.
Want real shit?
Yeah. Because why buy this shit, get home and it don't work?
No test drive.
Yeah, exactly. Right. You buying it still though? Let's see how that works. Bitch, put that in you.
I had a friend of my wife used to do that.
I just want to see how it works. You know, come on.
Used to sell toys. Like she would have parties and stuff.
They have food. They have girls come over. And
But see, I want to have a unisex sex party. So that goes into other shit. Now we got orgies going on. People don't want me to host no sex party because I just want everybody to come over. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But what the host? If you host it, like you collect from every. How does that work?
Well, people place orders.
Place orders, right? Like, say if I have the seller, and I just come out and I just tell you what it does. Like my girlfriend's mother had a sex party. You know I'm crazy. Mm-hmm. I was the life of the fucking party. The lady that hosted the party asked me if I could go with her to all her parties. That was the most that she ever sold. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Exactly. Because if I'm buying this cream, this tropical cream is supposed to be tropical melon for my nipples. I want to put it on and I want you to suck my nipples. So we want right here now, want to know what happens to the nipple.
Tastes more like peach. I'm not a big fan of peach.
You see what I'm saying? So let's try something else. Let's wipe this off. You know what I mean? If you buying anal ease, who's willing to get fucked in their ass in front of 100 people?
There you go. Sign a disclaimer.
You know, you want to know, does this work?
Hey, wait, anal ease? Is this a thing? Is this a
You don't know about anal? Come on, Chad. You've been married how many years, son?
Wait, is that a real... Always hearing Vaseline oil.
Nah, they sell anal ease.
What, KY?
KY, that's the most popular one I've ever heard.
Anal ease. He makes it easy.
You work in a fucking jail, so I'm sure
they didn't have anal ease in jail. You can't go to commissary. That shit, you get a ticket in jail. You get caught fucking in your ass. You write people up for that. They get extra days. That's a felony in jail.
Is it?
Yeah, if you get caught.
Oh.
Yeah, you just can't be, hey, come on over to my bed. Nah, that's a felony. No, we're not doing that. But I'm just saying.
Love.
Huh?
Tough love. That's tough love.
Especially if you meet somebody you like.
All right. I mean, I'm not saying they don't get it in, but you just can't let the officer know, like, yo, Seal, give me 2 minutes. I'm going to fuck this dude. Nah, we don't do that.
You gotta hide your affection.
Yeah, you gotta hide that.
You gotta hide that. You gotta keep it from the man.
So speaking of jail and
anal
creeps, anally. Hopefully for this guy, what's his Larry Nasser, the gentleman.
He's man.
You up on the story with this guy?
Yeah, I'm up on him. I think that he's gonna kill himself. To be honest, I think he's gonna hang himself. Yeah,
I think someone will help him. I think
he's gonna hang.
He's gonna.
First of all, they're gonna keep him isolated. He's not gonna be in general.
Yeah.
In general, he's gonna be isolated all the time. I think he's really gonna kill himself. That's my personal opinion because it's just every day. Like this shit is bigger than Bill Cosby shit.
Yeah. We saw the father.
I saw that.
Was that was interesting. And then the judge going back, I can't possibly even charge you for something like that. You're outraged.
Well, because my thing is, we all have kids, and you think you love your daughter,
right?
And you think you done paid all this money, all these years, and all the sacrifices you made for your daughter to be in this Olympics. You know what I'm saying? And now she's great. She's, whatever. And now you feel like a punk because you done shook this nigga's hand. Thank you so much for working with my kid. Right. You know what I'm saying? And now this shit come out? Come on. He lucky it wasn't no real hood black parents in there. His ass would have been done already. Then there's been some real hood black parents. It would have been. Yeah.
It would have went left.
It would have went left. We wouldn't even got to this point because his ass would have been done. Toast.
Now, what if the opposite had been? What if he was a black doctor? Right? What if he was an African American doctor?
That shit's crazy.
I think the world would be.
Yeah, because
So would we rally behind the guy and say, "Oh, y'all attacking him because he's a black guy"?
Nah, because you wrong. You're
wrong.
When you fucking with kids, it don't matter what color you are, you fucking wrong. Like, who does that?
So there was a couple of doctors out that have been accused, like these African guys who say they studied in Africa, and you can't verify a lot of those guys.
Exactly.
That say they have a PhD in fucking Zimbabwe Academy, you know, whatever. And there's been guys that have gone from city to city, just changing their, doctorates, but they're getting hired because the culture says, "Oh, these guys are smart." Like on the offset of it, a lot of them are the Indian and the African guys.
They are really good at their craft when it comes to this doctorate stuff. Yeah. But my thing is now we all know we living in a fucked up time in a fucked up society.
Yeah.
If you let your child go anywhere to do anything with anybody and they're not supervised, that is a fucked up situation.
Yeah, okay.
You understand what I'm saying? My son, when he was taking karate years ago, we're not gonna put the karate school out or the person on blast. But the head of the karate school, and never forget, my son was going for his next belt. I go outside to go to the car. The DT's got him on the side of the building, patting him down, arresting him. He done molested a couple of these kids that was in his dojo.
Ooh.
You understand why my son wasn't a victim? Because every time he had karate, I was sitting there. You wasn't going to no overnight sleepovers. To me, it's something wrong. I don't care how bad these kids is getting on your nerves and you need a break.
Yep.
When a grown-ass man want to have all these boys at his dojo sleeping over for a fucking movie night. First, men don't do movie nights.
Yeah.
So you got all these kids, but you in a province, you in the hood. So parents they just looking like, we can go out.
Night.
We got a free night. Yeah, it's free, all right.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the instructor was organizing sleepovers with the kids
at the dojo.
It wasn't the kids organizing the sleepover.
No, he would organize it. He would bring pizzas direct at the dojo. But this is the pedophile bullshit. They get these kids in these fucked up areas. Okay, we're just gonna buy them some damn pizzas and some candy and this and that. We're gonna make it fun and blah 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 blah. But we all come in this. Why is a grown ass man got all these little boys in a secluded area, in the thing, sleeping over?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Get the fuck up. My son ain't never went to that shit. You want to get your sleeping bag and sleep in your living room.
There you go.
Now you got all kinds of video conferences. You guys can all be on FaceTime and group chat and all that stuff.
We're not doing all that.
No, it's interesting time that
we living in a fucked up time. It's just like the things that just go on. It's just crazy. So I don't know. It's just sad. All we can do is pray. That's it.
So it's safe to say that this doctor is gonna meet his demise. Very shortly.
The rest of his it's probably gonna be a short life.
He's got numbered.
The rest of his life is gonna be it's gonna be a horrible time for him.
Wow.
Whether he do himself
whether it's a long
or not,
life,
it's gonna be bad. Because how you get sentenced to what he got like 150, 75, 74 years.
174 years.
Who the fuck lives that long?
Yeah.
You already 50, 60 years old. Come on.
Yeah, he's doomed. He's doomed.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he winds up with a...
Tell Jamal I said hi.
Yeah, exactly. Get on your knees Jamal, and then start juggling these motherfucking nuts in your mouth.
You're gonna meet them all.
Woohoo!
Oh, guys, you singing Nate Dogg on...
Yes.
So we talked about Nate Dogg before, how he's been called a legend, and people go... We gotta stop calling people legends just because they were good. They were decent. It was not legendary. Nate Dogg's son just released a mixtape.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the son of a G. Quit.
Look, I'm waiting for the next. I don't know what to say. Look, I'm like this. I'm looking at the thing, trying to, figure out what I'm going to say next. I'm waiting for my intro.
Listen, bro, I have a lot of respect for your dad's craft. And I'm not really calling him out personally. I don't know him. I mean, I heard it maybe, and maybe it wasn't an original, authentic mixtape from it. It was very poorly put together. Not trying to critique him in any way. I mean, his father's legacy or whatever it was, but for whatever reason, it just did not come out right. I'm sorry.
How did he put it out?
Son of a G. It was on Dat Piff on one of the mixtape circuits.
Okay.
Everybody
so he didn't put it out himself. He used another platform to put it out.
I will say I didn't investigate it much and see if it was really accredited and if it was, but it's allegedly him. It says son of a G is Nate Dogg's son comes out with his album or whatever, and none of the talent of his dad, none of the and even if he was going to try to do it, I don't know what the fuck he did. It was really crazy.
Everybody can do a mixtape these days. We're going to do a mixtape.
Yeah.
Hey. This is it right here. And we're going to keep it right here. Let's put that out.
So did you watch the Grammys at all? Did you get involved with any of the music stuff?
I don't know. What do y'all think about this whole Cardi B era?
Cardi B. So we on...
I don't...
On Sheehan's podcast,
I don't get it.
2, we introduced John to Cardi B. We talked about it, remember?
Yeah.
If you go back,
I
remember. And we talked about her phenomenon of what's happening to it. Because I've worked in music, never made a dime, but quote unquote professional, and guys had deals and stuff like that. I like it for what it does. I don't like what it's doing to the people on the outside looking in, saying, "Oh my God, I'm a stripper. My next step is I'm going to be a rapper." You know what I'm saying? So the aspiration for some of them to go to the next level, I like the ambition. I like the drive. I mean, I hope she's not being as exploited as it looks like.
Yeah,
because people are just like, she's hot. I mean, she's the hottest fucking thing.
Yeah.
That Bruno Mars song is
fire. Hot. Yeah, her and Bruno Mars. Yeah.
It's got all that New Jack Swing flavor to it.
Exactly. I like that. I really like that.
Really
I'm hoping that pushes her into another direction too. But I just like her. I don't know. I just like her. I just think she's a cute little girl.
She's cute. She's out there. Yeah. She's cute. She'll probably. She was asked to be on. I don't know if you follow hip hop. The Source puts out the freshman cover.
She's out of her mind, just like me. Be out your mind, girl. Do your
She'll
damn
probably
thing.
Decline that because she's too big of a star to be, on the freshman. I mean, the freshman is usually like the guys that came out first this year. This is their big breakout year or whatever else.
She's been around for a bit.
I mean,
when you compare to what you would say is the freshman.
Well, go back to what we said before. The span of the speed of it is happening too fast. So artist is introduced in 1 year and dead 6 months later. He's no more because of the internet. And
there's so many people that you don't even like are really like popular, but I have no concept of who these people are.
No, Little Pump. You know Little Pump?
Exactly. I have no idea what the fuck that is.
Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang.
Oh, come on.
Made a song about and
I don't know. Some of the time you just don't know what the hell is they saying. Well, the beat is what keeps you. The beat is like
this trap music trend and blend. Exactly. Right. But this kid is garnering somewhere between a $10 and $12 million deal of bidding war of just having people saying, "Look, I'm the shit. I came out with one fucking record. I'm the shit. Give me 15. No, not talking to nobody unless it's 15 mil or better. And so this again, we go back to social media has provided this platform for people to just go crazy. And people are saying how, Jay-Z, obviously from, a splitting era of, hey, he's a little older, he's our age, etc., comes from that era. And obviously a mogul in the business and is right. And him not winning any awards.
That shit was crazy to me.
See? But most people will say the album was too personal. Like the album was super personal.
The album wasn't ghetto. It wasn't trap enough. That's what it was.
Well, I mean, listen, that's the story of OJ. Like, the tracks on his album are very controversial, very like, wait a minute, what are we talking about here?
Right.
How to black empowerment and employment and stuff.
And that never comes over good.
Now, Family Feud, the song Family Feud. I don't know if you followed or heard the 444 album.
Yes.
He released the fucking video for Family Feud. Have you seen it?
No.
This fucking thing is insane. It's got Michael B. Jordan, Thandie Newton, what's the guy who played in Selma?
What's it about though? Like what is
it's about this black I don't even know how to explain it. He takes himself into the 2444 into the future, and he puts this whole. Now, there are so many people right now. It's just gonna be. You're gonna hear about it more. They're breaking this thing down into so many, into Scientology, into Illuminati, into all this other shit they claim Jay-Z's saying.
Right.
And all he's doing is just showing you, it's basically his daughter, Blue Ivy, is like the president in the future.
Showing the progress.
So and she goes back and says, no, my dad told me about this era when people were told to, even though for the betterment of the country, we should hate each other, we should have friction, and we were just trying to be peace. So he kind of cosmically collaborates this native Indian African kind of vibe and makes it futuristic. It's like Blade Runner meets fucking what's the Kunta Kinte.
Okay.
That's what it is. It's like, I mean,
did you enjoy the video?
It's fucking great.
Yeah.
It's great. It's only 8 minutes.
But it's a good use of 8 minutes.
And it's produced by Ava DuVernay.
Okay.
She's fucking killer. Okay. I mean, it's killer. I mean,
to me, I mean, it's like I honestly I don't give a fuck about a Grammy, about an award.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, if I like something,
that
I like it.
That doesn't show the true worth of of who you are.
It's what you value. I mean, if you think it's hot, then you should be playing it, and then you like it. Who cares if some other fucking group sitting down at a table signing shit decides that this should win an award. I mean, it's great that somebody gets recognition and not, but that should have no influence as to what you think is hot, what you're gonna slam in your car, what you're gonna slam in your car. What I'm
and that goes back to again everybody's own individuality. Yes. What everybody likes, what they don't like, what they're gonna do. And that just brings me to another subject just real quick.
No, please.
I was having this conversation with somebody the other day in reference to, not to deviate on anybody or whatever, but with these kids, you see so many girls now, they want to be boys, and the boys want to be girls, and this and that and the other.
Alternative lifestyle.
Or whatever the case may be. Yeah. I just feel like this, or honestly, who am I to judge?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, if you believe in the word, I don't know who does what. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, to worship whoever they want to worship, do whatever they want to do. For me and mine, The word says at the end of the day, when God comes back, you got to pick up your own cross, which means your own bag of sins, and you got to go to him and explain all your shit.
Right.
When he come back, he not going to ask you about nobody but yourself.
Right.
So I don't really care what people do.
See,
you know what I'm saying?
No,
like, I don't really,
I hear you 100%.
It don't make me a difference. I don't care what, I just don't care.
I think where people get confused, and it may go back to that comment you meant about this guy from Colombia, is that the use and abuse type of thing. And one of the things that improperly gets exploited with what you just said is that they're meaning political parties or groups are constantly latching onto those concepts and tying them to social economics.
Yes,
right.
So that's the problem. That's the problem.
Right.
That's
so
when
you take and you talk
you can't put those two things together.
Right.
It's two different entities.
You talk about this, rainbow movement or whatever it is, and then you say it's equal to civil rights. When you say it's just as powerful as I didn't have a choice to be a color. I didn't have a choice who my father was. I didn't have a choice of that. And while most people say that's still debatable too, that you don't have a choice of how you pick your sexual preference and all that other stuff.
Those actually not.
I'll
say it's not.
Yeah, whatever the they is. But that's where I think the problem really stands, when some political class is telling you, no, this is the right way. Fuck what you heard. Your way is wrong. You're doing it the wrong way.
Well, when it becomes a matter of policy too, that's when it becomes an issue. There's like New York City now. I don't know. You might be aware of this because you're a retired correction officer. New York City now has laws which basically says that if somebody identifies themselves as something, they say, "Hey, I'm a goldfish," whatever, and if you don't acknowledge them as that, you could be in penalty.
Well, yeah. People change their birth certificates. Whatever. I don't know. At the end of the day, I just don't really care. I don't give that much thought into what other people do with their lives because it doesn't really affect me like that. And I was kind of back and forth with somebody that's a friend of mine recently, and I can be a little harsh. Not really harsh, but I'm just going to say what I have to say, and everybody doesn't, I just don't care. Like, if I like you, I like you. I don't really care what you do on your personal time. I got enough problems with my own pussy to worry about what you're doing with yours.
Right. Yeah, but if you own a business,
I don't really care. Like, who gives a damn?
But if you own a business and you've heard the story about the people with the cakes and all this other stuff. You heard this?
Yeah. So, people don't want. I mean, when you have your business and you choose not to
sell to somebody,
I don't know. I mean, to me, I'm gonna get the dollar. I don't really care who I'm making the cake for.
Right.
Who gives a fuck? You just making the cake. And I don't even know if that's saying that I agree or disagree. It just says you're a customer, because if that person came in there and you didn't know what was going on, or you just hired to make a cake, you're just gonna make the damn cake. When you start talking to people and say, "Oh yeah, well my wife," and and then they be like, "Oh wait, now they want to put a judge." Yeah, but if you just, who cares?
Who cares?
When you
Jerry, thanks for my cake, Jerry.
Exactly.
Right. But what happens when it's, hey, I'm sorry, we don't serve your kind here.
That's ridiculous. To me, that's ridiculous.
But why,
what do you think? You think it's ridiculous?
No, I'm asking. I'm playing.
I'm not playing devil's advocate.
But what happens when so if good for the goose, good for the gander. So if that's okay and policy doesn't step in, at what point does it step in and says, "No, I'm sorry, we have the right to exclude you from our services here"?
I think
the people. I'm gonna just finish my statement. The people should say, "Okay, that's not a place I want to shop.
Right,
move along."
Right. And that's where I think, the interjection needs to be. I think the market needs to dictate what that is. Right. So if you decide that you don't want to serve a girl here because she's a little too fab for you and whatnot, okay, fine. You don't have to. Now she can decide, hey, I'm going to tell all of my friends, hey, don't fuck with him because he doesn't like people of a certain clinician. And hopefully what happens is the market will say, okay, if you decide that you're going to restrict people who are going to take part in your business, then you're going to have a hard time doing business.
Well, they'll find out for themselves.
Right.
I mean, they'll find out. But this is no different than people putting up a Confederate flag and saying, this is what I believe in, and this is my business, and this is et cetera. This is what I believe. So I would prefer that your stuff was out front, that I knew
that I know right, that I know what that is.
I
Right,
know not to stop here.
Right.
It's like telling me, hey man, you know what? You're kind of not. Well, this is how we believe. This is our thing. Don't stop here. Don't shop here. Don't why make these people take that away so that you mistakenly go in there and get fucked up?
Right.
I don't know. I just think it's too. I just think it's too much into it. Hey, Chi, I see you join. Why you join an hour later though, son? We done talked about all the good shit. Just saying.
She's going back. She's rewinding.
You rewinding. Rewind me.
No, but what they said, like the velvet glove versus the iron fist, right? Like you candy coat it. You put dressing over it. Don't make it different. You still got the same intentions of it. So when people have been advocating for pulling down these Confederate flags or whatever else, I don't agree. I agree with the symbolism of, hey, this is a clear sign of this is what I'm representing, and I have the right to fucking fly my flag out. Because if I wanted to put a flag up of Martin Luther King outside or
whatever,
one of my heroes or fucking Denzel Washington,
shout out to Denzel.
Shout out to Denzel. You know what I'm saying? But there should be nothing against other than, dude, I'm, like, how bad is it that you walk by and I'm tired of fucking looking at that? Like, and so what? Don't look this way. Like, walk your way.
Yeah, I just think people do their own thing. Like, you can't make everybody be on your bandwagon.
Right.
So if this is your bandwagon, drive your damn wagon. You know what I mean? Right. And just keep doing your thing. It's just too much. Years ago, before everything was so out in the open, you didn't know who you were selling to, who you was dealing with, what was going on. You made your money, you did what you had to do, and you kept it moving. It's just when everything comes out into the light, now everybody has an opinion about somebody.
Well, that's always going to be.
All the time. Everybody's always opinionated, always got something to say.
But when the policymakers, and when it gets to Washington.
To this level, yeah.
We've constantly spoken on many levels. Our government is clearly dysfunctional. We're clearly in a point of, no matter what you feel about Trump or whatever else.
Oh, geez, that's a whole nother broadcast. but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, no, but several people around the world have figured it out, and I think he's just kind of cracked the code on politics and saying, like, if you guys let me in, you let me in. How fucked up are we? How fucked up is this country? Yeah. You guys let me in.
I really think that he didn't think he was going to win. I really think that he never thought. I think he went into this as a joke in the beginning.
He'll prove a point. This guy's a point prover. Like, he will prove a point just for the point of proving it.
Exactly.
Right. Sued in NFL. I won. I know the judgment was only $1. He won, but he won.
Exactly.
And he gets to fucking tell Roger Goodell and everybody else,
I won.
I beat you guys.
Exactly. Right. He don't care.
Right. He don't care about the money, the deal. He don't care about any of the esoteric value of it.
Right.
But he can go on record and say, I beat him. You know what I'm saying? And so no matter what people think, our government has systemically proven itself to be somewhat obsolete in the way that they function.
Yeah.
Just the functionality.
Yeah.
They have a guy that takes a piece of paper from this office to the 5th floor, and the 5th floor guy takes it to here. It's so fucked up. It's fucked up when government does not need. We have technology out the kazoo. You don't need any of these documents that you need. These papers, this powder wig stuff has got to go. You know what I'm saying? And that whole mentality of this English doctrinated way of governing, the Queen style.
Well, it's a new time. You know, I mean, it's a new time. You can't say that people in 1700
foresaw this.
Yeah, foresaw what was going on. We're 300 fucking billion plus people.
Don't be an orange-haired man.
Exactly.
Only on the Simpsons. The Simpsons seems to get it right every time.
I think there's more people in the country.
How did that happen?
Simpson gets it right every time.
How did they get that happen?
Because Simpsons are smart.
Well,
it's satire. They allow themselves to make fun of shit that when they see, hey, this is kind of off right here. Like we want to do this.
But what if? It's crazy because I watched Saturday Night Live for the first time in a long time last night, and
who was on there?
So Natalie Portman. Okay, who she is? She had a fucking video, and I'm shocked. I haven't checked social media or whatever today. This video she did last night, I'm sure it's gonna get uproar. It was just, I mean, it just kept going on and on. It had Andy Samberg in it. It had a bunch of characters and stuff. And again, I haven't watched SNL in a long time, but it had this whole like she hit on the Me Too movement. She hit on the fucking
that's such a touchy.
Oh my
so
god!
Touchy.
It
That's
just
so
went
touchy.
in so many different angles. I gotta watch it again because I was kind of a little, two Tito's down watching it, and it was like,
shout out to Tito's.
I'm like, they owe us a check, huge. I mean, we brought Tito's to this side of the planet.
Chad is the original Tito's connoisseur.
Well,
they need to give you a little contract.
They owe me a check.
Yeah,
I went to Austin, Texas, went to the distillery, and tasted it and loved it, and came back and was like, we need this. And a couple of guys were like, yeah, we've been using it, but it's no sugar added, and et cetera, et cetera.
It's fantastic.
Not a plug here. No.
It's fantastic because you know why you don't call it vodka.
Right. What do you call it?
You call it Tito's.
Oh, okay.
You say it's Tito's. You don't ask for a vodka.
You don't ask for a Grey Goose.
Right. Let me get a vodka water. Let me get a Tito's and water.
Right, but in lines of what she just said, that's exactly what it is. Like Grey Goose would be like, give me a Grey Goose on ice. Right. People would ask for it by name. Ciroc has starting to get that now. With their brand, that people are saying.
But you turned me on the Tito's from the ski trip. Yeah, I was like, oh. Yeah. These niggas came with cases of Tito's. What the fuck? They was coming out the thing. They had. I said,
half a gallon's and better, man. We just came.
Who does this?
We just knew that they would bring. The event itself calls for open bars all weekend, etc.
The event was crazy.
Cheap liquor and stuff like that, and they're gonna give rum punches at the hotel. And all
right,
that
right.
And we were like, we want to be comfortable. We want to have a good, and no one's driving. That's the best. That's the
best. When it's crazy, it's your mind automatically shifts to another dimension when you don't have to drive.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, okay,
and that's a great thing. I mean,
this is what we're doing now.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
That's what it is. So when you have that that crutch or whatever else, it's like, wow. Well, now you're looking for the next thing. I don't want to throw up. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to puke. I need to eat. You know what I'm saying? And talking about eating, fucking unlimited lobster. Who doesn't like that?
Yo,
unlimited lobster.
The lobster. Did you show the picture? Show him the picture.
I've seen it.
Yo, it was crazy.
This year we prepared. We got baggies. We bring in Ziploc baggies.
I'm gonna have a crab claw out my titty. Stuff them shit. You'll be like, yo, Patty got claws coming out of titties.
Look at Patty. Wow.
Look, we have a lobster tail. And she'd be like, yo, Patty got a dick. No, that's a lobster tail.
Saving it for the trip home.
Oh my God.
And I couldn't get it lubricated.
But yeah, man, shout out to the Winterfest 2K18.
When is that? That's next month, right?
It's next month. It's coming quick.
It's going down. Y'all slept on Queens last year. We came, we soared, we conquered, we tore it down.
A few stragglers.
We tore that down.
People have paid up in advance. Thanks. Shout out to everybody that paid.
I'm one of them.
She's one of them.
Yay!
A lot of the crew really, paid. Did the right thing because they had such a good time last year.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit was crazy. That pool shit.
We knocked down.
Wait a minute, and then remember I did the cha-cha line. I was like, we get everybody going around the pool. We was running around the
train line.
Yeah, we was running around the pool. We was because you know what? Everybody slept on Queens. It's like, oh, we got Harlem, we got Brooklyn, we got, you know what I'm saying? They always push Queens to the side. We came, we showed out. We do what the fuck we do.
And now
that's what we did. Now we got a whole buzz. People want to get down. If they don't want to get down with this, they calling you about your different entities. This is just what we do.
That's what we do, man. And we're a huge support system group,
Support everybody. We want y'all to support us. That's what we do.
Indeed. So, any Super Bowl predictions? No, nobody cares.
The team with the most points.
Team with the most points.
I just want to go home and make my damn guacamole.
Ooh.
Do you make a good guac?
You make a good guacamole?
Yeah, I make a good guac.
Yeah? What's the secret? Garlic?
I put, you do your little avocado. Yep. And then I have red onions.
Mm-hmm.
I put a little jalapeno.
Mm-hmm. Fresh jalapeno?
Fresh
or from the jar?
jalapenos.
Okay, good.
Fresh diced tomatoes.
Is your guacamole smooth or chunky?
Well, if you got all that stuff in there, it's gonna be a little chunky.
No, but the avocado. Do you mash up the avocado?
Oh, I do. I mash one and then I chunk up the other, so you have a different kind of different, a little consistency of both. You know what I mean? I like that. And let me tell you another secret with avocado. You could put tuna in avocado. And instead of use how you make tuna salad, you put mayonnaise. Yeah. Don't use the mayonnaise. Use the avocado.
Yeah. Oh, I've done that.
That's just good, son.
Yeah.
That's good. That's delicious.
That sounds wonderful. No lemon, lime?
I put a little lime in there, and I put fresh cilantro. You gotta have the cilantro. The cilantro is.
How many people don't know
about
vegetables
cilantro
and herbs? Like they just have no idea. They just know.
But all jokes aside, you don't even have to use salt if you use the right herbs. Yeah. You can put enough herbs and shit to season to you just be absolutely. Because I'm trying to get away from eating meat. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we down to chicken and fish. Okay. Good. And I'm really the chicken's kind of like giving me the EVs, but whatever. But I make it for the household. Mm-hmm. So what I do when I do a whole chicken is I bust it down the back. Mm-hmm. I cut the back open and lay her out. Okay. But before I put her on top of there, in the bottom of the pan is all fresh herbs. Thyme, scallion, onions, peppers, garlic, all the seasoning, oregano, everything, rosemary.
Rosemary's great.
Rosemary, fresh garlic. I put all this in a pile on top of, and then I put the chicken on top of that. So now when it cooks, it busts up.
Everything comes up. The chicken doesn't cook in its own juice.
Yo, that shit's good.
I'm having fun with fennel now, like using fennel.
Oh, okay. Where do you put that in?
So
you don't know fennel?
Yeah, almost everything that you've just mentioned. It's a fucking sweet. It's got a sweetness. It's got a
licorice. like a chard.
It's got like this sweet.
But it's depends on what you put it with. It could be a sweet charty. It depends on what you put it with. Just like rosemary. Right. When you put it with too many different things, it takes a different.
You go left with that. You know, rosemary, lemon, and pepper. That works. But then rosemary and fucking something else.
Yeah, that on salmon. Rosemary on salmon. Oof. You know who turned me on to that?
Who's that?
Boomerang, Eddie Murphy, when he made when he put the rosemary, he was trying to get the girl pussy. He was like,
No, he wasn't trying to get the pussy, he was trying to impress her.
Yeah, well, he was trying to impress her to get the pussy. I'm just saying,
That was a good movie.
Yeah, that's a classic.
That is a classic.
That's a classic. It's so funny the shit y'all do just to get some ass. Just ask, can I get some ass? Or what we doing? Like, what the fuck? I just thought you got to put the rosemary on the fucking salmon just to get some.
Yeah, I don't do salmon.
You know?
No, I mean I love salmon, but there's very few. Like salmon is like one of those things where like we gotta evaluate our relationship if I'm gonna make you salmon.
Really?
Like salmon would not be what I would try to do to impress you. Salmon was like I'm already impressed.
Right.
So now here's your salmon.
Oh, okay.
Like I'll make salmon for my wife.
Oh.
I won't make salmon for just like hey, let's go out to
dinner. Yeah, the jump off.
Girl. No, I'm not making you salmon.
Yeah, salmon is one of those. That's like salmon. It's a lobster tail and some
all the meats in the tail.
Yeah, see, my wife's allergic to shellfish, and so those delicacies where I enjoy them.
All shellfish?
Yeah, all shellfish. So last night we did a Parmesan, and it was
why are you saying that all sexy with your fucking eyes closed? You saw him, he was like this. We did a Parmesan.
It was a good night.
How did y'all do the Parmesan? So how did you do the Parmesan?
No, so we ordered it. It was
okay.
You
did that kind of sexy.
It was a shrimp Parmesan, and then there was a chicken Parmesan. But the fucking guy didn't put any labels on it. So we're looking at it, and we're like, okay, yours is the chicken, and mine is the shrimp. Mm-hmm. So she pulls it back, and I'm saying, oh, that's definitely chicken because it was breaded, So both of them were breaded. And he took these fucking jumbo shrimps and
filleted them out, right?
Yeah, so it was so huge. I was like, this can't be a shrimp. It's too big,
Where'd you get it from?
Mario's right here.
Delicious.
Francis Lewis. Did a good job. Yeah, he's pretty good. Marinara's is pretty good too. They're like double the price. But so she literally, and she eats it. She's like, I taste it, and it was an all-out onslaught. I mean, she just went running the water and popping Benadryls and all that stuff. She's like, I'm not gonna be sick on my birthday. God damn it! It's like, okay, it'll be okay.
Did she get sick?
No. Well, she took a Benadryl and then
went to sleep.
Pretty much.
Sorry.
Hey, who knows? Maybe that's
look. Sorry, baby.
Maybe that's how they get down.
Yeah, look, take
Yeah, maybe
it.
that's
Look,
part,
look,
maybe that's
take it
right.
while I'm out.
That's right. That's part of how it works.
That's right. Get comatose for me, baby.
Yes. Knock yourself out. Shit. Here, swallow some Tito's with this.
That's right.
A Benadryl with a Tito's chaser.
So what happened? Shh. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Now, when you wake up with like bruises and shit, what the fuck did you do? How did my arm get behind me like
so
this?
why I got these hand marks around my neck? I don't know.
But so, what about you, John? You make anything Super Bowl? You got
today? I'm doing a I'm doing like the whole Philly New England thing.
Okay.
So I'm making my cheesesteaks.
Mm.
I'm making cheesesteaks, and I'm making New England clam chowder.
So can I come for a cup of clam chowder? I love clam chowder. You eat clam chowder?
I do. I love clam chowder. I love it.
I made clam chowder from scratch one time.
Really? Okay, that's what I'm doing.
Back in the days, mysteriously, a 25-pound bag of clams fell off a truck.
25 pounds?
That was a big
25 pounds
bag of
clams. You use it all?
We were trying to figure out what
clam chowder for months.
Yo, we made clam chowder. I make linguine with clam sauce. We made
clams casino stuffed
because
clams.
You know it's not like you can save that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You gotta do it, right.
So we on the phone like, yo, come over. So
I got 2 days to get rid of these clams, man.
I had a big pan. I just threw them clams in there and the milk and the potatoes and just cooked it down. And you know, we didn't know. We just don't. When you come across these finds,
yeah,
you just don't know what to do with them.
You gotta get the fine. You gotta. Listen,
you gotta
sometimes
do them raw.
Yeah. I like raw. I like raw. You don't like raw?
I love them.
Oh, I love raw.
Me and Dre go in. Me and Dre go.
Yeah, I love them.
We go over here to the Bay House over here.
Yeah.
They
have them all year round at the Bay House.
Yeah. And the right season, they'll bring the right. What she'll tell you.
Yeah.
Little Tabasco sauce and a little pickled horseradish and all that other
stuff. Yeah,
really
that. Good.
I love that.
Squeeze lemon on it. Mm-hmm.
So
what else are we talking about today, guys?
No, listen. We've talked about a lot. For those that are just joining in and coming in now,
rewind.
We talked about a lot. You're definitely a special individual. We wanted to have you here.
Thank you so much.
The fur is definitely fantastic.
This is my shout out to Donna Slayers.
Yep. Oh,
that's what it's called, Donna Slayers.
Really?
Yeah, they make the best fake furs. They go,
they say faux furs. But you have the boots to match, which you can't see here. You can't see the boots here.
Yeah, I got the boots to match.
You can see it on the Facebook post.
Yeah, I put my little post up before I came.
Yeah,
just thought I'd be a little eccentric. You know more. Did you get that picture? Did you videotape when we were at Deandra's party, and I had the big Afro wig on, and I took the pictures with the mask, and the mask was stuck in my hair. And
it was Lascinia's party.
Lascinia, yeah.
It was Lascinia party. And yes, I have that. Yeah, you had the shit was stuck in your hair, and you yanked the whole shit off. And
yeah, I do all kind of crazy stuff. I'm happy I kept my wig on and my bra today. I didn't want to shock the folks.
I am too.
I know you would have just rolled with it, but I'm just saying.
I know. And listen, this like we said, we don't edit shit, so we would have rolled with it. You live in it, so it can't take much of that back.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try to just wrap this up a little bit. I got some things to do with the wife. It's her birthday.
It's her birthday.
John's got some preparation. Do you do cheese? You do real cheese on your?
I do real cheese. I do real cheese. I make a cheese sauce.
Cheese sauce. Okay.
Yo, you do.
I make a cheese sauce.
But that's the trick. That's the key to good cheesesteak is the whip.
Yes, because the classic is cheese whiz.
Right.
They let you get away with provolone.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
But no, it's a cheese sauce.
And you do it on the garlic bread?
I can put garlic bread. Yes, I can use garlic bread.
You know what's the best? Real quick before we go.
Yeah. No.
The best cheese, grilled cheese sandwich is made with Texas toast.
Oh, because there's all stuff in it already.
Oh,
it's all buttered up and
it's all
what?
I haven't tried that. That probably is good. It's garlic.
That's a great deal. It's all garlicky.
Yeah.
Texas toast and maybe some government cheese.
Yo.
Government cheese made the best grilled cheese.
We can't make a grilled cheese without government cheese, man.
No.
Ever. That'll never be the same. It'll never be the same.
It was worth waiting in that damn line that we had to take turns waiting in a line every once in a while. My mother would put us on the line.
Yeah.
So you just wait here.
Yeah.
And when they give out to be like one of us, and then she goes shopping.
Or you just be in school
like
and go in the back and just steal the whole shit, bring it home.
Nah, but you know what the best thing about the government cheese shit was
I'm just saying.
When somebody was smart enough to go get a fucking slicer, you know, a real put it in a slicer, and you could get the thin slices out of it. Like B had a real slicer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So every time they got that block cheese, she would slice it super thin, and that shit was like
so good. You can eat it by itself. You can eat that with anything.
There's no calories in cheese. Like there's little to no calories.
It's fat calories.
No.
Fat. Cheese is all fat.
Yes.
It's all fat, babe.
Yeah, but calorie wise, there's a certain level of cheeses
fat,
that don't
calories,
have that much calories.
Whatever.
A lot of saturated fats, etc. But this has been great.
It was great. Well, thanks
for having me. Thanks for coming.
I didn't think I was going to be that interesting.
Oh, get the hell out of here!
Oh, get the hell out of here!
I didn't know.
Oh my God! The crabs in my tits. Oh, the crabs in my tits.
Crab balls coming out of my breast is this with the gray hair shooting out my nipple.
Well, thank God we didn't have any gray nipples or
sightings. Gray nipple sightings.
Gray nipple sightings.
I ain't do it. You could have been Justin Timberlake, and I could have been Janet. You just ripped it out.
That's right. And you'd have been vilified, and I would have gone.
Yo, we could have made money off that. It's Super Bowl. They would have been like,
yo, could have recreated the whole.
We'd have made the new commercial. We'd have made it hot, but
we've been millionaires tomorrow.
Wake up. No, but thank you for coming. We want to thank all of our visitors, watchers, lookers, onlookers, and people
keep
who
supporting
say
my
they
bros. Keep
supporting
my bros. They podcast the shit.
Podcast is for all of us all. So thank you again. John, any last parting comments?
Just enjoy the rest of the day. Enjoy keep being fabulous.
Thank you, darling.
Maybe you come back and check us out one more time.
We'd love to have you
I'll
again.
come back one more time in the summer. Let me see what wig I'm going to wear. What the fuck I'm going to put on.
Man.
I might come back bald. I don't know. Who knows?
So stay tuned. We're going to have tons of footage from the 2K18 Winter Fest, Lobster Fest.
And you'll see me going around the pool, shutting it down.
Yeah, I had a hard time.
Maybe this time.
That they will, say, who's that? No, you're gonna know. They're gonna know exactly.
Maybe
who that
this
is.
time he can post little bits and pieces of my little. Every year I do a comedy routine, and that actually started from us traveling to Vegas with the boys.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
So I always get in the room. They make sure I'm a little saucy. I be a little saucy,
right.
And then it goes down for the underground.
Get her a drink. Get her a drink.
You see, I done had 2 of these.
I had to send the text. I was she needs a round 2.
That first glass he made me, I was like, yo, this shit, I was ready to make the dog piss in it. That shit was so. I'm like, what the fuck?
What was it? Weak, strong, or what?
It was strong. Yo, I put some dog pee in this shit. Yeah.
No, but thank you for coming out. We're gonna sign out here. 2 Bros Podcast, episode 20.
20.
We are
it's
out of here.
See ya.
See ya.
Enjoy your
Love,
days.
peace, and hair grease.
Love, peace.
Peace.